Good evening. Thank you for tuning into Dollar Wise Club. During this episode, we will talk about hustling for your goals. Enjoy. Many of us have that New Year's resolution, whether it's to lose weight through exercise or to start eating healthy throughout the year. We have all the best intentions, with great motivation to write down our goals and create plans on how to accomplish them. Some other goals, other than staying fit and healthy, include paying off debt and building savings, getting a promotion, investing for retirement, saving to buy a home, saving for kids' education, etc. There are no right or wrong goals, and depending on our personal values, we strive to create balance with our time, energy, and money to work toward them. Knowing what's important to us makes it easier to allocate our resources to what matters and what we value. However, we all know that those goals never get accomplished just by having intentions. Our intentions are not enough to get things done. Setting goals when it comes to our finances requires doing the work, and not just in the beginning when we are highly motivated, but every single time. Even when we don't feel like it, or worse yet, when we feel like giving up. It is the same thing for losing weight. If you want to see great results, consistency is what matters. With our finances, we need to learn to prioritize our goals because different goals have different time frames. Some goals are short term, some are long term, and some are mid term, aka everything else that fits in between. However, this is not a cookie cutter process where one size fits all. Everyone's situation is different, and you can have goals that are unique to your situations. For example, a young individual may prioritize paying off student loans rather than saving for retirement. A newly married couple may prioritize buying a home rather than renting for their growing family. An older couple may downsize and focus on saving for retirement after their kids have moved out. A single individual may start his business because he no longer feels satisfaction with his job. But whatever those goals are, they need to be written down and reflected on frequently because they can easily be lost among the other responsibilities of our daily lives. Before we continue, there's something I need you to do. What I need from you right now, my viewers, well, what you need to do right now is to get a paper and a pen. Write down your goals, just one or two for now. Go ahead, I'll wait. This is just a video and you can pause it at any time. Did you do it? If you did, good. If not, that's fine too. You can continue watching. For those of you that did, I hope you made a little space on that paper because beneath each of these goals, you need to write down all the ways you can be consistent to meet your personal lifestyle. It's alright if you can't think of anything right now. I'll help you. It is essential to set a time frame for your goals and then create monthly check-ins to evaluate your progress, what's working and what's not working. One thing to keep in mind when writing your goals is balance. Balance is based on your time, and as the old saying goes, time is money, and money is time. However, we cannot be so consumed with working lots of hours in order to make and save money while neglecting our personal lives, which include our family and loved ones. On one hand, we cannot live life like there is no tomorrow. Some do this with the shop till you drop mentality, thus not being able to practice delayed gratification and driving themselves into debt. But on the other hand, you pretty much have to work to make that money in order to spend it. My point is, with balance, you want to keep both hands even so that you're not weighed down on either side. In today's modern world, there are many distractions. It requires your hard-earned dollar. We will always be surrounded with lots of temptations due to non-stop commercialisms of goods and expensive advertisements around us. That thing you buy today gets old, and your friends who might have been impressed by it at one point get bored of it. Nobody is saying not to buy anything, but you need to spend wisely through budgeting. Budgeting allows us to allocate our hard-earned income for our necessities and wants, and to make sure all our dollars are put to work. Therefore, minimize overspending. However, living below our means is a concept that is a lot harder than it seems due to the use of consumer credit. Sometimes, it takes rewiring of our brain to change personal spending habits. Why? Because you don't want to be in a situation where you don't have the funding to support it. First off, do the math. Look at your current income now and figure out all of your spending. Some people are afraid to look at their bank accounts for some reason. I don't see why you should be afraid, since it's your money. Even if the account was zero, it's just a number on a screen. Anyways, calculate all your expenses by looking through all your transactions for at least 1 week. Eat out a lot? Tally up all those restaurant expenses. Have a hobby like fishing? How much did you spend for that special lure? Anyways, this video isn't all about budgeting. It's about goals. I just want you to get the nitty-gritty for now. After you get the general idea of your spending habits, see how much of your income that you actually have left, even if it's negative due to debts. Now back to your paper with goals on it. Beneath each of those goals, decide what is a reasonable amount of money to achieve those and the time frame. Back to your income. If you look at the amount of money that you made for that week, or month, and so on, would you be able to cover the price within the time frame you set for that goal? If not, then it's time to start making cuts to your spending. Be reasonable. You want it to be manageable and be consistent after all. If there is nothing else to cut, you can start looking to increase your income by asking for a raise at work, getting a part-time job, selling things you don't need, etc. If your goal is to build an emergency fund or maybe buy a new car, you probably put off buying material things for now so that you have money to allocate into that emergency fund or car fund. Emergency funds are especially important because it covers a wide range of occasions such as your car breaking down, medical expenses, job loss, etc., without you charging them on high interest rate credit cards. However, emergency funds should not be used for a last-minute weekend getaway. Why? Because they're for emergencies. In case you do decide to use it for that, plan accordingly and make sure to return funds back in as soon as possible. We need to keep in mind our long-term goals, which is to be financially secure. By buying only what we can afford today, without carrying huge debts, we can build assets and reinforce a good financial habit. Examples for short-term goals: build emergency fund, save for holiday fund, save for back-to-school supplies. Example for mid-term goals: save for a house down payment, pay off debt besides the house, save for vacation or a car, save for a wedding. Examples of long-term goals: invest in retirement, save for long-term care, save for kids' education. In summary, what are your goals? What is your current income, and how much can you save in a reasonable amount of time to achieve those goals? If you are young, then you always have opportunities to build your income and manage it well. It's never too early to start having goals. If you are of an age, it's never too late to start doing what you could have, would have, should have done when you were younger and still enjoy life. It's okay if some goals that are short-term for some people are actually long-term for you. Everyone's situation is different. Your main goal is in being financially independent. If your journey may take long and get tough, keep going. Don't give up. It will be worth all your effort.